Hello world, Chris again with more nonsense. Before Mitt Romney left the race for his presidential candidacy, there was a lot of discussion on which Republican nominee was the most conservative, as if being a strong conservative and backing conservative values should be the criteria to win the overall Republican nomination. Now, I never would have voted for Mitt, unless, of course, Hillary Clinton won the Democratic nomination. Of course, under no circumstances do I want another Clinton in the White House. I don't like Mitt's temper tantrums. I don't like how he can dish out when he can't take it. I don't think that he's in touch with the great American people. No matter how much time he claims that he spends talking to the needy people in his home state, he still goes home every night to his bazillion-dollar mansion. Therefore, it is impossible for him to truly understand the plight of the underprivileged people in the United States of America. And of course, all of his rampant flip-flopping didn't help many either. However, I do like the Mormon stance on separation from church and state. Mormon doctrine is this: no church interference with the functions of the state, no state interference with the functions of the church. That's a pretty conservative view. Unfortunately for conservatives are looked upon as too radical these days to the taste of most American people. Of course, the George Bush administration takes all the credit for that. But let's face it, the abortion issue is a very important issue, but does it have to be so important when you have all these other major important issues that plague the United States of America that can either sink or swim a presidential nominee, even if the nominee is conservative? I mean, is it so important that it has to be mixed in with poverty in the United States, gun control, illegal immigration, health care, a faulty educational system, the war on terror? Is the abortion issue really that high on a list of importance? Is a man, or a panel of men, qualified to strip women of their freedom of choice, or the right to choose, however you want to put it, when they will never experience the trauma of an abortion procedure, or bear the ultimate responsibility of raising a child with the father, for the most part, taking orders from the mother? I say the answer is no. Conservatives generally say that this is a right-to-life issue, taken out of the context of the Bible, that all men have the right to live and not be killed by another human being. Okay, fine, that all makes sense, but yet conservatives also believe in capital punishment. Now, does that mean that the right to life starts at conception and ends at birth? Or does that mean that the right to life starts at conception and ends when a person breaks one of the Ten Commandments? I believe in capital punishment, but it has nothing to do with politics or conservatism or the Republican Party. God said He gave us this earth for us to do with as we see fit to secure our survival and to perpetuate mankind. That was God's way of saying He's sitting this one out, and He won't be helping us much until He comes back to destroy the earth. Now, do you want another president in the White House that is basing his decisions on what he feels God has said to him, even though God hasn't spoken in over 2,000 years? Do you want another president in the White House that is led by God rather than being led by man, even though God left the world to us to take care of and has took off without a trace, only to be never seen again? When George Bush tells people, particularly the people of the Arab nations, that God told him to do such and such, or free so-and-so people, this is in direct violation of the First Amendment and our separation of church and state. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that this country, or this world for that matter, should be led by ungodly figures with no moral value. What I'm saying is that if you look at the vast majority of the turmoil facing this world today, it is caused by people that feel that they're doing God's work and they're being led by God, even though God has already stated that He's going to help nobody, no how, no way, anytime soon. Sarah Silverman, an American Jewish comedian, has stated that the difference between the Palestinians and the Israelis is the same difference as yams and sweet potatoes. Both parties want to perpetuate their lives by what they feel God wants them to do. However, God wants nothing to do with politics. And yet, look what this thinking has done to the people of that region. Should today's reporters stop questioning the candidates on the issue of abortion and whether or not they support the stripping of a woman's right to choose, as well as them being totally in line with God in order for them to qualify as President of the United States and protector of our rights as a nation? If God was to come down from the heavens and enter a voting booth, would He vote for a candidate that He felt was going to help the people of this world and help the people of the nation? Or would He vote for a candidate that He felt was going to follow His word? I think that he would vote for somebody that he felt was going to help the people of the country and the people of the world. And I know this to be true because God told me himself. He really, really did. In a Ouija board.